Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Excuse me while I reach over the microphone to turn up my local volume here because I turned it down after recording not yesterday. It was a very, very loud video game, but that's neither here nor there because we are here and there, and we're going there to the Farlands, and there are a lot of creepers. There are a lot of creepers hanging out. But that's east. We're not going that way. We're going west. So let us secure the hidey hole from the last episode. The clay hidey hole. Very secure and robust. And kind of annoying with all the little clay blocks it drops. But we're going to continue on here in episode... Oh, now I'm all discombobulated. In episode, what is it? 438. Episode 438 of Farlands or Bust. It is a Wednesday, January 15th. We are half a month into 2015. 2 weeks into 2015. How are the first 2 weeks of 2015 for you? Perhaps many of you have gone back to school for the schooling. To get schooled. Getting schooled on school stuff. Perhaps, well, I'm sure a lot of you who do work probably didn't have off work, but back to work, to the grind, a new fiscal quarter to start making new spreadsheets for. I don't know what you do in an office. Sure, spreadsheets, that's all I understand. I know that we are still raising money for Child's Play charity at farlandsorbust.com. $18,373.81 raised this season, Season 5. Gosh, we are having some tremendous terrain. Tremendous terrain. This is Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, and it does not disappoint on the random terrain generation front. It does not disappoint at all. So I am going to take a little bit of a detour here to take a gander at this stuff, even though it's a little bit north for us. That's all right, I guess. Oh, careful, Wolfie. So yeah, sorry. farlandsorbust.com is where you can donate to Child's Play charity. I appreciate everybody's continued. Wolfie just broke the boat on his own. Well done, guy. Reduce, reuse, recycle. All that stuff. So we are continuing on, like I said. I do want to... Oh, sorry, I must have spooked some people. The diamond sword of spawn pointing still exists, but I did start using it rather wildly and a little bit too willingly in an earlier episode, so I put it off my hotbar so that it may survive another day, another episode. That looked dangerous in there. If you didn't notice, I didn't quite mention the 6 spiders, 2 skeletons, and 3 creepers that were hanging out underneath that overhang. We do not speak of such things. Whoop, there's another one. Jeez. Oh, I guess it was probably already in the world. Like, this area was generated while I was still sleeping over there, so those guys had time to spawn. I know how this video game works. But we're going to continue on here. What was I going to say? Oh, being early into the month here, I do want to take a personal aside and have everybody, all the Farlanders around the world, wish a belated happy birthday to my nephew Goober. You all remember Goober? He was a guest. When was that? That was July of 2013 or something, wasn't it? He was a guest on the Mindcrack server. I made a Mindcrack episode with Goober, my nephew. Recently had a birthday, so happy birthday, Goober! I'm not sure if you watch Farlands or Bust that much anymore. I know he's busy with his own school and whatnot, but if so, then hurrah. If not, that's alright. No problems. I suppose I could share. I'm not sure what to get the Goobster, and so he has the standard Nintendo Wii at home. So I got him Super Mario Galaxy, the original. It's gotten good reviews. I've heard good things about it. I'm personally not that huge of a Mario person to have known all the different games, but got him Super Mario Galaxy. So let me know in the comments if that was a good choice. A good choice, hopefully for like you'll enjoy the single player campaign. It seemed cool. There's kind of the galaxy, and isn't there kind of some sort of, you're like flying around planets and kind of the gravity type stuff, gravity ghostish, you know, or similar to say the Angry Birds space kind of thing. Isn't there some of those physics workings? Oh, careful, Wolfie! Whoa, that was fun. So hopefully that was a good gift choice from old Uncle KurtJMac. So yeah, got that out and over and done with. And, oh, I've got something else I just saw on the interwebs. A crazy Farlander who goes by cold_within is doing a project called Flobstats, where at this website, I'll post a link to, no, maybe I don't want to do that. I'm always hesitant. I certainly don't mean anything against within, but you know, sometimes you post a link in the description and then 6 months on the project dies or something happens and then it ends up linking to some spam place or something like that. So maybe I won't put the link. I'll put the link to the Reddit thread about Flobstats, but this crazy individual is collecting somehow all of the statistics, like each hidey hole, how many beds, total damage taken, skeletons killed, going through all of the Farlands or Bust episodes, and I guess individually tallying them up? Is that really what you're doing, person? That sounds crazy. Almost as crazy as being the one undertaking the journey to the Farlands itself. But collecting all these things, because the stats in my video game here are not accurate anymore, because I have had to adjust and change and upgrade the launcher a few times, specifically when I was for the longest time playing out of the classic Minecraft launcher, but they had to get rid of support for that for security reasons, so I had to upgrade the launcher, change computers, you know, stuff like that. So the statistics in the game are not accurate, so this cold within person is taking it upon themselves to count up how many pieces of bread I eat and just random stuff. It's pretty crazy. So it's always amazing. Little side projects and things that are inspired by the series or whatever that are going on. I don't understand, and I appreciate, but that is a lot of numbers. And kind of a lot of I can't imagine that it's all just watching and then saying, okay, that's one tick of damage, or that's one swing of the sword, or whatever he's all putting together. And he's only got season 1 going right now on the site. But a very interesting, I suppose, for those of you who watch Farlands or Bust, a very interesting project that you might want to follow. And perhaps, I don't know if he's asking for help or not, but woo, Surfing USA and whatnot. But, yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, what? What in the world? Oh, pretty crazy stuff. Crazy stuff indeed. Crazy. We're a bunch of crazy Farlanders, I guess, is the best way to describe us. Crazy Farlanders indeed. Did this day go by quickly, or am I crazy? I'm crazy. Whoop. I'm going the wrong way, too. Indeed. So, let's see here. Got a bunch of other stuff to talk about. And some questions here. Oh, I guess our friend Seus, part of the Mindcrack group, we played The Crew with him on his live stream. He is donating for... He died during the live stream. He was live streaming his Minecraft modded series. And I retweeted this clip because he got hit upon the head with a meteor. Apparently at random moments, meteors fall to the earth. A lot like in Terraria, I think it did that, and then you can mine the ores. but he was just running along from point A to point B and he got murdered. Murdered by a meteor and died, and I suppose he said if he died, he'd donate to Child's Play charity, and he did such a thing. Unfortunately, he asked the duck-sized horses or horse-sized duck question, so come on, Seus. A little bit more originality I'm expecting from you. It's not as if I haven't been asked that millions of times already. But I do appreciate the support and donation to Child's Play charity from Seus. And I suppose from his fans too, perhaps, maybe. Hello, Sevidus, Sevitudes? What are you guys known as? Fans of Sevidus. Perhaps checking out Far Lands of Us for the first time today, having heard of it from his live stream. Hello, this is what this series is about. Please, before you judge, stick around, maybe like the video, subscribe, please. But let's go to sleep, and we'll continue in the morning. And awakeness. Ow! How did I take damage from that? That was hard water. Need a water softener. Oh, speaking of household appliances, yesterday's episode we talked a bit, somebody asked a question about what's new or different about the new place that I'm living in versus the old one, and mentioned that it has a backyard, so that's a positive thing, yet I haven't really had the opportunity to reap the benefits of such a thing yet. I was just thinking before I started recording, another thing that's different, it's kind of a minor thing overall in the grand scheme of things, but it is really, if you're used to one thing, and then suddenly there's a slight difference, it really throws you for a loop, and that is the kitchen accoutrement of the stove. I used to have a gas stove, an oven, range, sometimes it's called, but this is an electric. And it's a simple thing, just a slight, it functions similarly, serves the same purpose, but just that slight difference is like, this is taking getting used to. And I've lived actually growing up, my parents' house, we always had a gas range and stuff like that, so switching to electric was kind of, I mean, I obviously I didn't base finding a new place, well, if it doesn't have a gas stove, I'm not going to live there, but kind of something that takes some getting used to. I'm not sure how in the rest of the world, how prominent electric versus gas stoves and ovens are, but I guess it's just a little bit of a subconscious thing, you know, like with the gas burner, you kind of turn it on and boom, it's on. There's heat becomes of it. Heat is coming out, and you can probably more visually see how hot you have it, just based on the size of the flames, the fire emanating from the surface of the stove top, as opposed to with the electric. It's kind of, you just have to trust that you know, you kind of have to get used to the amount of heat coming from the different amounts of the dials on the stove. So it takes some getting used to. Working out all right. The thing I do enjoy is it's a glass top electric range. That is to say, it doesn't have the exposed coils. There's a solid, smooth glass top, and that is easy to clean. Much easier than even the gas, which has all the different parts and little grates and things. Very easy to keep clean, so that I enjoy. The thing I don't enjoy is that I have had to retire the cast iron. Cast iron does not go well, or at least I read. I did a bunch of research, but you're really not supposed to use cast iron cookery atop a glass top range because it could scratch the glass, and I don't want to go doing that. And so that's kind of an unfortunate side effect of that, but otherwise I'm slowly getting used to it. It takes a little bit getting used to, but that's just one of those things. It's just a slight change, slight twist on what you've been used to your entire life can really throw you for a loop. But I suppose I'm getting used to it, and I'll probably end up, if going back to a gas range, I'll probably be like, oh, this is weird. This is very weird. So, I don't know. Who knows? It's one of those things. One of those things indeed. Can't say it's better or worse right now. It's just different. It's very different. Ooh, we got a little bit of a... The Shores of Tetrisosity right here. The Shores of Tetrisosity. What else do we got going on? I suppose we are almost halfway into the episode here. Let us look at some of those questions. Like I said, Severus asked the duck-sized horses or horse-sized duck question. I will not entertain such internet blasphemy. But appreciate that question and obviously donation, like I said, from an anonymous donor. Other than Minecraft, what is your favorite video game? That is a rough one. Obviously, Minecraft, not... I mean, obviously for the game aspect, but also for the fact that it is the one game that I could say has literally changed my life. It is the greatest game in the world because I've been able to create this YouTube thing around it. Obviously, from the get-go, I realized I didn't want to just solely be a Minecraft channel, but other games are involved there. But the Minecraft with the Farlands bust is definitely up there, obviously, as part of the crazy thing that we're doing now, which I still... craziness, I say. I've long been a fan of Tomb Raider. Nostalgically, kind of the first current gen, I could say, game I played with the PlayStation 1 and really got me into gaming and stuff like that. But as of late, not holding its own in that part of my favorite games arena. Kerbal Space Program, obviously also great. But yeah, the favorites, anything. What's your favorite pizza topping? What's your favorite music? This, that is really difficult for me to answer. How am I doing on coal? Don't write on coal. Do need to iron, though. How's my armor? Armor's doing much better since we traded it the first of the year here, but yeah, favorite game. I'm, you know, some people are really into the World of Warcraft, or they have some sort of investment in the Elder Scrolls series or something, but yeah, I don't know. I can't really say, I'm afraid. Oh, sorry. Obviously, for, you know, people like your MC gamers, it's the Zeldas, that whole franchise. But yeah, really rough. I suppose. I mean, last year some really good games that I was surprised by was Lifeless Planet ended up being really good. I felt that was a good Let's Play series. What else was a really good game? It's just tough to answer those sorts of questions, to be honest. But yeah, thanks for the donation and the question, even though I wasn't really able to fully answer. We have, speaking of which, a question from Noah. Oh God, watch out, Wolfie's gonna spawn. Yep. Whoa. All right. There we go. Will you ever resume playing Kerbal Space Program? I do believe so. I would like to. I just have to, you know, there's a lot of other stuff I want to be doing first. And I feel like, much like yesterday, we played that crazy Not game, the astronaut game. It's a little crazy one-off video games. I feel like those are more priorities than going back to a series that I've already fully hashed out, I suppose I could say. So I have many priorities. And that's kind of a problem. When everything you want to do is a priority, then it kind of is a wash, isn't it? So we'll perhaps get back to Kerbal Space Program. Second question from Noah. What is your favorite Farlands or Bust episode to date? That is hard to answer also with the favorites. It wasn't a Farlands or Bust episode? What is going on over there? Okay, that was like an internal waterfall that we were seeing inside that we haven't seen because it's on the inside. It's bigger on the inside, everybody. There was it like the 10,000 or 50,000 subscriber special where I went back and reloaded the save from the dark and magical pit of bottomless destiny. I recorded a kind of a special episode there, and that was a lot of fun. Kind of going back and exploring a place that in the timeline of actual Far Lands or Bust we did not explore. And that turned out just the way everything transpired. If you haven't seen that episode or that video, perhaps you should check it out. So some old school Far Lands or Bust. So that turned out pretty fun. That turned out pretty good. The premiere of season 4, where I used the hidey hole paradox. I went back in time. I had a lot of fun making that intro sequence. And again, that was another series of events that turned out, I think, pretty well as far as the story, quote unquote, of Far Lands or Bust is concerned. So that was fun. That was cool. But yeah, they're so similar and not, nothing is scripted here. So it's hard to say a favorite. Careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. All right. Good thing. Yeah, hi. Good thing. Oh, those pigs were dry. I thought I got more food for you when we killed those pigs. It was just senseless and murder without any sort of purpose of those pigs. So we'll have to find some new ones. Woof. Woof indeed. Pop, boop. All right. I mean, even recently we went down to try to, what did we try to do? Oh, get redstone. Oh yeah, the pistons, the 4 pistons of 400 episodes. And then we ended up finding 4 diamonds. It was pretty awesome. Same thing with, the golden apple we got there. Oh, the going to the nether episode. That turned out like very, it's just crazy how, like I said, it's not scripted, but just the drama. There was a lot of tense moments there going to the nether. A very climactic episode. That was episode 200? So yeah, crazy stuff. It's too many to count. So we won't, and instead we'll go to sleep and continue in the morning. And episodes of favorite Hassitude. Perhaps in addition to letting me know if Super Mario Galaxy was a good game, to get my nephew, Goober, you can also let me know maybe if you have a favorite episode. It's kind of amazing. I have been seeing every once in a while in the comments somebody who maybe has watched a long time ago, or maybe back in the day they heard of this crazy dude walking to the far lands in Minecraft. They're like, oh, I haven't watched since episode 47. You're still going? This guy is still doing what he's doing? So that's always kind of fun. That's always kind of fun to see. And I can imagine similarly. I mean, it's been 3 years, over 3 years. Over the course of time here, people perhaps have started and then graduated from high school. Well, maybe not 3 years. Perhaps if you're super smart and you were on the accelerated path. But, I can imagine having checked something out, in your freshman year of high school, and now you're a senior, and being like, this guy's still walking to the far lands? It's crazy. It's crazy. I obviously would have preferred you stuck with the journey the entire way and watched and liked each and every video and stayed subscribed like many people aren't nowadays. I think that's a YouTube-wide issue. We're having some problems with the continued growth, unless you're PewDiePie or somebody, the growth of the YouTube viewership, but that's neither here nor there, but that's always kind of just an interesting thing to think about, and who knows? Perhaps... Oh, there's a party. There is indeed a party going on down there. I'm assuming there's a spawner. Excuse me. But skeleton spawners are not to be trifled with. And since I don't see it, we're just going to continue on. We're going to let them carry on with their days. But yeah, that's just something that happens every once in a while. I see that in the comments. I'm like, that's just kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. My series is just a little passing thing in some people's lives, that then they come back and they're like, what? This dude is still doing this thing? It's crazy. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Crazy, that is. Crazy. I am crazy. Let's see here. from Padankadank. That name sounds familiar, so I suppose perhaps thanks for your second or multiple donations to Child's Play charity. Padankadank asks, I frequently catch your Simpsons references. Do you still watch the newer episodes? And what do you think? I don't watch the newer episodes. I haven't been watching a great amount of TV overall, but as far as the Simpsons are concerned, not watching the most recent episodes. I did catch maybe I can't remember now. The FXX network recently got the syndication for all the episodes, so I catch some old reruns there, and I kind of get reminded as to how great some of the older episodes were. What was one that I was watching that was pretty great? I think it was a Halloween episode was on. And I don't remember which one it was, but I'm like, yeah, this show was great. So it was like a classic episode. But I think, I can't remember now. I swear I watched a more recent episode, and I'm like, all right, it seems like they're getting back. For a while there, they were lost, but it seems like they're trying to get back to the original kind of comedy style that they had in the first 10 seasons, I suppose you could say. But no, I haven't been watching the recent goings-ons in the Simpsons world. Let's see, what else did Padankadank? Oh, yeah, similar to what Noah asked about Kerbal Space Program. Also, you made a new fancy pants intro for your Kerbal Space Program series a few months ago, but only made one episode. 2 episodes, my friend. I made 2 episodes, so you're the one missing out. You're behind, not me. What's up with that? What the heck, man, actually, is what he asks. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. Perhaps when we return to Kerbal Space Program, we will see that new intro again. But again, other priorities, trying out new and exciting games to keep interest high, and then maybe we'll return to that. It's probably best, and some people have agreed, it's probably best to take a long hiatus from a game like that, since a lot of people credit watching the series on my channel to being, and then going out and buying Kerbal Space Program based on having watched my series. So I'm not saying I'm the source of where Kerbal Space Program came from, but being that we played so soon in the history of the game, that when you keep playing it for so long, all these new additions kind of get lost, and they seem less important because, oh, they added this. Okay, next update, they added this. Same thing with Minecraft, I feel. Playing so long with all the updates, they start to lose their importance. That's not the word I'm looking for. I'm looking for the word on the tip of my tongue. They lose their wonder, I suppose. I mean, try to think of, say, instead of upgrading every single upgrade, say I went from Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, didn't play for 3 years, and then now came to Minecraft full release 1.8.1 as it currently is, and playing things like Minecraft Bingo and stuff. That would be amazing. So maybe taking a break from the Kerbal Space programs for a bit. I know they've added a bunch of things here, and I've caught a few episodes of other people's series, and they've made better, like, capsules. Like, there's one that looks a lot more like a space shuttle capsule, so hopefully the parts all go together a lot better, and, maybe going back to it after a long absence will be a good thing. Wolfie agrees. That has the Wolfie, bing, seal of approval. I'm hoping I remember to edit in the Wolfie seal of approval there, but, so yes, Wolfie agrees, and it shall be so. If you don't like it, then talk to Wolfie. You can't, because he's a digital dog that doesn't actually exist in the real world. Boink. Oh, got one. Oh, hey, now we're really full up on food there for you, Wolfie. Good job. Let's see here. Oh, we got a leftover Twitter question here. Whoa! I almost went off the deep end. I feel like we can make this jump. Wolfie probably won't. Careful, 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 Wolfie. Careful, careful. Oh, okay. Well, or just teleport down here. That's fine. From Twitter, BBuddyS. There are many manual skills, such as welding, woodworking, and so on. What manual skill would you like to do? That's rough. That's rough. What is it? Woof. I've always been a fan of, say, like, the Dirty Jobs series, and some of those other series as is before Discovery Channel started playing Watch This Guy Try to Get Eaten by a Snake show, or whatever craziness they're doing now. Ancient Aliens, or is that the History Channel? I don't know. But, yeah, I've always kind of appreciated and almost kind of wanted to do something like that. Back when I quit my job as a web designer, I actually signed up for, but then unenrolled in automotive mechanic courses. Because I'm like, it just seems like there's something satisfying with, perhaps instead of being on the computer or doing something in an office, like I was saying, office work, spreadsheets and whatnot, manual work. It seems like kind of certainly it's hard and difficult to both master and do on a daily basis, but there's something mildly satisfying probably about it. I could imagine. You know, I'm always very impressed seeing kind of fancy, cool things woodworkers make, and like I said, metalworking seemed like a cool thing to be able to like form a flat sheet of metal into something cool, like I don't know, the people who work on restoring cars or making motorcycles or whatever they end up doing with it. It's a really, really cool thing, but I've never really got into that. Perhaps in the future as a hobby or something, but yeah, that I'm not sure which one I would do. They all seem pretty cool. I did take a few as a fine arts major, a few sculpture classes, and I always found those to be pretty satisfying, even though I didn't quite have the skills to pay the bills, as it were, to pay the sculpture bills. I wasn't too great. I wasn't making these giant metal sculptures you could put in the courtyard of a office building or something. It was little tiny stuff with balsa wood and dowel rods and things. I did make a cool, or what I felt was a cool sculpture. Oh, careful, Wolfie. It was a kinetic sculpture. I took apart an old room oscillating fan and just took the motor out and then put it into... Careful, oh my gosh, double duty there. Careful, Wolfie. And then put it in a box and then attached different wire sculptures. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but basically the wire sculpture was like a 2D object almost. It was like a wire, but then you spin it really fast, and then that shape, because your persistence of motion, it was a play on persistence of motion. Your persistence of motion would make a 3D object out of the spinning 2D. Oh my god! I'm down here now, and I'm freaking out. Oh gosh, what in the world? Wow. My heart literally sunk into my stomach. Whew. Alright, this is not the place to make a hidey hole. Let's move. Whew. Ha! Alright. I've forgotten what I was talking about. I made a sculpture or something, but oh my goodness. Whew. Ha! Hi, Wolfie. Alright. Are we okay? Is this an okay place to make a hidey hole? Wow, that was scary. Like, even being just down there and then looking up and seeing a little peeking of the light from the surface. Oh, man. All right, well, talk about your unscripted events in Far Lands or Busts. My goodness. Whew. I literally have the shakes. It might be due in part to the fact that it's 2 p.m. and I have yet to have eaten lunch yet, but that certainly didn't help with my blood sugar situation. Whew! Ha! That was like literally the rug was pulled out from underneath us there and we fell into a pit of despair. Oh man. All right, let's recover. Got the end of the episode to do here. Whew. Like literally. My goodness. Ha. All right, I have a boat already. I think I'm all right. How did my my shoes took that pretty well, I guess. But woof. Woof. Farlands are bust, everybody. Stick around. Don't miss an episode, because crazy stuff like that happens. My goodness. Whew. All right, we survived, though. We're alive. And everything is much more... Look at this amazing torch. Whew, I miss these torches. We almost went another day without seeing the Farlands Bust bedspread. Whew. We're all right. Just look at heart of damage. Heart of damage. We're all right. Ha. All right, so... FarlandsOfBus.com. Keep giving to Child's Play charity. Whew. I might do that right now, just for my own good luck. Knock on wood. Ha. Thank you so much for watching. Episode 438. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Whew. Shake it off. Crazy Farlanders indeed.